Madison and Jake Clevenger were expecting their first child back in 2021. She said her pregnancy was picture perfect until the end.
My blood pressure kind of started to go up a little bit, and I had to be put on medication for my blood pressure. I don't believe I was really that closely monitored throughout the end of my pregnancy, so we went in for our 39-week checkup, and there was no heartbeat.
Madison gave birth via a C-section the next day.
I remember getting wheeled down to the operating room, very visibly pregnant, full-term pregnant, and people just smiling at me like, oh, she's going to deliver her baby, and being so worried that someone was going to say, are we having a baby today, or something like that, and I wasn't going to know how to respond.
Jack Daniel Clevenger was born on October 8th. He was everything she and her husband had hoped for.
He was born about roughly 1 o'clock with a head full of black hair. Everyone joked about his mohawk. He was beautiful. He looked perfect. And that was something that we were scared about, too. We weren't sure what to expect when he was born, but he just looked like any other baby.
Yeah.
Adorable. Exactly what I pictured he would look like.
Madison and her husband said they felt like no one else knew what they were going through.
The number one thing you're thinking is, like, everybody else's baby gets to live. Right. Everybody else's pregnancy ends fine. And that's not the case, but just, it's not.
Like, at no point did anyone ever say to us, this could happen.
Stillbirth can be a traumatic experience that can lead to a range of mental health issues for both mothers and fathers. According to a case control study, 49.8% of women who experienced a stillbirth reported high levels of depression and anxiety. Dr. Marilyn Pasquarelli at Westbrook Health Services has been a therapist for 40 years and has counseled women that have had a stillborn child.
Many women who experience stillbirths can still go through postpartum depression. It's a very, very tough time, and a time to be very vigilant about any kind of symptoms, particularly of depression and anxiety.
She says stillbirth can affect the whole family.
I think sometimes when women are affected by a stillbirth, we think, oh, the mom, but it's also, the father, the partner, the grandparents, siblings. I mean, everybody's waiting to bring this bundle of joy home. It's such an exciting moment, and it's such a disappointing moment because there's no baby to bring home.
She said talking about what happened or going to counseling can be a healthy way to heal.
So often people just hush about it, and that's the worst thing. Find your support system. What are your protective factors? Is it your church family? Is it your friends? Is it a group? Very important to talk and grieve. Grief takes a long time.
Madison and her husband said they leaned on each other, their families, and their church to get through it. They said Jack will always be a part of their family, and they'll keep talking about him.
And we will make sure that our other children know that they have a big brother and that someone's missing.